Here is my newest plane. I have no creative name, but I'll call it the Bomb Dropper Twin Plane. Yeah, alright. Now, since a lot of you like specs, it is made with Dollar Tree foam and the Armin wing style, and tapered outer wing a little bit, kind of like a Cessna wing. Now, the specs are, this is one sheet, so 30 inches and 30 inches, so that makes a total of a 60-inch wingspan. There is a carbon fiber rod in here, 30 inches long, and then some smaller carbon fiber rods just kind of on the tips. It is, I don't know how long, this from right here to the end under there, that was one 30-inch piece of foam, so that's 30 inches, plus this, which is I don't know, another foot, maybe less, I don't know. It is running off of, I don't know, the most common Amazon motor, because it's more expensive than you can get on like Hobby King and stuff, but it comes in 2 days, so that's what I wanted. They work just fine. They're just pretty standard overall, good little motors. They're 1000 kV, and I'm using J-Power 30 amp ESC and BEC. And the propeller is a 10 by 5 maybe? What is it? I don't know. It's called a 10 by 5. Master Air Screw S2 series. I'm just using servos in the back with the tail, and the tail is too thick because, it's folded over, and it's too thick because that's a lot stronger than one thick. And I've got a ghetto little light system up there, popping out, and some lights down under here. Oh, focus please. Ooh. Yeah, just a bunch of LED circuited I did myself. And under this flappy here, ooh, is all the random wires and stuff. I got my receiver, 6-channel receiver there. It's got flaps, ailerons, and all the, 5 channels there, and then the 6th channel is the dropper servo right under there. Now, how it works is I've got one ESC hooked to one battery, with this being the lights system. I just have it branched off from there with Traxxas connectors because I haven't had a lot of those. On the secondary ESC, I've pulled the hot wire, the red wire, so that the second BEC doesn't power the servo. So I only have one BEC working, and the other is just an ESC for the motor. And so each ESC has its own separate battery, and I'm using 2200 milliamp batteries. I got one of those and one of these. Yeah, same rating, different brands. I think it'll work. And for reinforcement, I used credit cards, because that binds to the foam and gives a nice firm thing to put your landing gear metal on. Because I didn't want it to go all the way through the base, because I wanted to hold a 2-liter bottle. Yep. I think it's an 8-inch cord plus an inch, so I guess 9 inches plus the flap. And these are working flaps and ailerons and horizontal and vertical stabilizers. Yep, pretty simple, just meant for dropping stuff. Alright, so here's the bomb bay. This plane was designed specifically in mind to be able to drop things from the bomb bay under here, which is made some difficulty because then I had to have a high wing, which obviously worked out just fine, but then I couldn't figure out how to make landing gear that didn't obstruct the bay area. Now, obviously, as you can see, these landing gear could be connected and be much stronger. But originally, I hoped and dreamed of this plane being able to drop a 2-liter bottle. And that is why it looks like it is originally designed to hold exactly that, right? And it did. It carried this thing just fine, but that is not completely full. And when I put a full 2-liter bottle of soda into it, well, it didn't take off. It went really, really fast and then hit, the end of the runway, and that was a lot of fun to repair. Now, I actually think it probably would have worked because this tail gear here did not have that angle before. I cut that angle out later, and so it did not have pretty much any room to rotate. And but once it got enough speed, most of the time, or every time it worked, it would just kind of jump off the ground because it finally got enough speed and was able to lift off a little bit. And then it had plenty of speed. So now with this angle here, I'm able to rotate and it's able to take off much more naturally. But that's okay because I kind of gave up on that idea. I don't really care about that anymore. I really enjoy dropping these mini bottles. Or, in the first case of dropping something, I dropped this Monster Energy drink, and look what happened. It is great. But yes, I like to just pop a bunch of these in here. Boop. A bunch of those, and it's a lot of fun. Now, you can see I've got a GoPro down there, faced in a very fun angle, and I'm going to try that angle now. Woohoo! I will now demonstrate how the bomb bait works. Originally, I had just put rubber bands over here, strapped to this tube, hot glued to the side, stretched it over here onto this servo. Oh, there. That is in one position on my transmitter, right? Just click one position, click another position. And so it was able to just move, boop, and pop off. And that would hold my 2-liter bottle just fine. But then I got much more smart about it. I actually made a flap here to cover it up, make it look a lot more professional for that gap here. And that way it can hold lots of different smaller things. And also, it can also hold the 2-liter bottle better because it won't kind of sag in any spot. So this can stretch 3 rubber bands across it and hold it like that. And so once this snaps off, the weight will lift it off, and then the wind will catch it and go poof to the back and not disturb anything anymore. And now you'll have this nice big open bomb bay where the bombs just fell out. Yep, that's how it works.